that you guys couldn't hear Jack. I'm like, there was whole parts of there that I was completely quiet because I was listening to the narration. That's why I was only reading part of it. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Did you hear that okay? I'm making sure. I'm waiting. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Well, what if I'm a hired hitman and I'm actually doing bad? What if I'm the villain of the story? Huh? Did you ever think about that? Mr. Narrator? Have you ever considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
All right, boss, if you say so.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
So, by your statement, causality doesn't matter here. And the same end result is the same, or and the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. So, wouldn't that just mean that no matter what I do, it doesn't matter?
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
I got egg on my bread.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Save her? What? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
But princesses do too. They are as I think I said before, a symbology of the law. Now, often that gets confused and, things get upset. But there's a whole thing that, because without rule of law, whether it be prime minister, president, whatever ruler you're talking, they're a symbol of the rule of law, the symbol of the government. And, one might say that, depending on how that symbol is accepted in the society, really tells you how healthy that society is. Exactly. Okay, and I know some of these actually... No, these are all just explore. Can't someone else do
Oh,
this?
if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Right, see you soon, gossip.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
But you seem to be trying to rule over me. Do I get some kind of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Woohoo! Alright, reward. Look, I'll go to the cabin. I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Aye.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Doomed. Doomed, I say. Doomed.
So sure, go,
The
talk
mood
to her.
is doomed.
See how that turns out for all of us.
I will, gentle sir.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Great, now I have two voices in my head.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, maybe there's some kind of combination of slaying and saving the princess. Slave... Oh, wait, that's not good. I'm not going to slave the princess. I think Jabba the Hutt tried that and it didn't work out for him. Ba-dum-tsh.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Other than the pristine blade, this sounds like, a house I've been in. A house I had. It was cozy.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, sir. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Just thinking about all the different lines of dialogue this guy had to record. And he's so consistent throughout. This is actually pretty impressive.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh crap, no wonder it's different. I didn't bring the knife the first time. Be honest?
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
I'm pretty sure the element of surprise was not in at all.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Well, you described her as coldly beautiful, so that means probably calculating, and that is an entire possibility of being a threat. I don't know about to the world. I mean, she is just a lone princess.
Focus on the task at hand.
I'm trying.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I said maybe here to kill you. I haven't decided
How
yet.
about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
I have a feeling this is going to go badly, but I'm going to try and at least drop the blade.
Don't you dare.
Because I just really don't like the narrator. I don't like
It's
pissing him
fine.
off.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
True.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to
exactly
the
the
floor with an
smartest one.
unceremonious clang.
I would have just...
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face,
She looks sleepy.
unarmed.
Actually, I shouldn't say sleepy, just more of done with this crap.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
Not much reasoning with you.
Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
What blade? Thought I dropped a can opener.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Lady, I barely know you. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? That was literally my response, so I'm going with it.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
By a very loose definition. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
I just assumed she already knew.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I am having trouble trusting you.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, I tried to get that out of the narrator, but the voice in my head didn't want to respond properly. I think I'm going to deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
I don't like your answer.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Yes.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
I didn't say that. I deflected that question purposefully.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
I haven't got around to that. Maybe I'm like a cat and like to play with my food.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
That's not what I was... I just wanted to know whether or not you were going to try and take over and be the evil queen, or whether you just, like, destroy the world.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I don't really trust either one of you, to be perfectly honest. Because clearly I'm still on the fence on whether or not you're capable of ending the world. I'm just going to be honest about that.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Oh my god. What's up, ghosty boy? How you doing? We've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know
Yes.
why you're here.
I've decided to slay a princess. Just in time, Ghost.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
How?
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Wow, I am like the worst.
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly
Well, we
possess.
did try to kill her.
As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
We never had the upper hand.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is.
Yes, it's the end. But she still didn't get out.
Everything goes dark,
And
you die.
I did it slightly different than I did last time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Yes,
you're here
basement.
to slay her. If you don't,
Yeah,
it will
exactly.
be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible
Sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
All right, fine.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Right. I am going to just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Oh my god, you are called the Broken for a reason. You get beat up once by a little girl and suddenly you have no spine left. Come on, dude. She's obviously not just a little girl, so to speak.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
No. You are being a wet noodle. Overcooked. And just bleh. Not even a sponge, because a sponge at least holds something.
You're being annoying.
Alright, that was more succinct, but yes.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely
All right, yeah, she's a little
catastrophic
bitch.
that would be for everyone.
I mean, I tried to
yourself
talk to her,
included.
but
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
I'm not going to negotiate this time. I'm just going to stab a bish.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world.
Yeah.
Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
I mean, one, I really didn't like her answers.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have
She
a say
was,
here.
like, very... Yes.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
Damn.
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Thank you.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
I wouldn't make it a collect. Call it 1-800. It's free, toll free. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count
mirror.
ourselves lucky. Some things are better left
unseen.
unseen.
I didn't mean to click. Obviously, I'm taking the dang
Take the
blade.
blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess
Maybe
and
they're
save the
properly
world
charged
without a
this
weapon.
time. Because it was on an altar. Into the basement. We're gonna have a proper
The door to the
donjon.
basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
That is an interesting way to put that. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Oh my god, you're like a dog on a leash.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Right? Come down and witness me. Tater, you're gonna have to do that next time you actually, do your makeup and the special effects stuff. And want to show off. Come down and witness me.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions.
Sorry, I gotta do this
So
right.
if his ramblings get you to the princess, they
Come
get you to
down
the princess.
and witness me.
I hope the echoing came through with this bucket. Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end
Dang,
comes
she must
into
be a
view,
giant.
and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do.
Right?
I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Life, the universe, everything?
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
I will use the knife to climb you and stab at the heart. If that's what I have to do.
Drop it.
No.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
I literally did tighten my grip.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us.
See, now this is
You
something
wouldn't
that can
understand what it feels like
destroy
to
the
be in her
world.
presence.
I mean, her feet aren't even touching the ground. And weak wrist, okay? Just meh.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me?
Yes.
I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Pick up the knife, throw it at her. I have bad knees, too.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Right?
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for
Yes.
alterations.
Although we did catch her monologuing, so maybe we can break her control quickly enough, or at least be fast enough to grab the knife and chuck it. I don't know jack about throwing knives, but I don't like dying on my knees.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
So I came down with a knife ready to kill. But apparently I couldn't.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's gonna try and destroy the world.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable.
I am inevitable.
Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Pick up the knife, throw it.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
That's what I'm saying. Pick up the knife and throw it.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Right? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Oh, so you believe in predestination? You believe that no matter what you do, you would be brought to this moment every time? I'm sorry, I'm not a person that believes in predestination. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
See, it's things like that that make me think that you don't understand.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal.
It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps.
Right.
Or a pet.
Oh, she's already trying to, get me to follow her. Right? It doesn't seem to be doing any good. I am not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
I see. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Right?
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
She's allowing us to pick up the blade, which is already halfway to the win condition.
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
But they won't let me pick anything else.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Bro. Yeah, this ain't gonna work out for you.
Yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Right?
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Those are literally equal. The more radiant you are, the stronger the shadow. That's how that works. So, you're literally saying we're equals.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
I will take that knife in my hand and slit your throat. No problem.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see that coming, bud?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
That's the plan if you let me. Great. This means I slit my throat.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Drop the knife. Not drop it. Get it away from your throat. Away.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Actually, slitting a throat is not a mercy. That's a long death that pretty much you can't do anything about. Because, the brain starts dying after 4 minutes without oxygen. It's not instantaneous.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Alright, well, that's, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, Do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
I don't like you.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
I know, but you're only giving me so many choices.
It's what she wants.
Oh, shut up.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
Well, we're doing something.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god.
I really do love the voice acting in this.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
The fact that she's focusing so heavily on us means that we actually can overcome this. Slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
And a symbol of my defiance of your control. If it takes that much, it takes that much.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
If I have one final act of defiance, I will take a pinky toe from off that pristine, radiant body.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
If you are so broken, why don't you just stop?
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face
Stab her
lowers to
hand.
yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
This is what I'm saying.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
Come on, bend down here. Let me get an eye.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
No mercy, no quarter.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this.
Right?
At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her.
Cobra Kai
Seize the
never
moment
die.
before it's too late.
Slay the princess.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
The incel champion comes across and wins against his waifu.
The wind of your
Sorry.
freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing
Ooh,
the tendons
ow,
in an act of
ow,
unyielding defiance.
Ow, ow.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to
Good.
recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
We can do this, can't we?
Yes. Go for the throat. Go for the...
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade
I said
aside
the
and beg
incel
for
wins
forgiveness.
against his waifu. What part of that did you not understand?
Shut up.
Exactly.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
It's not arrogance to defend one's life. Just because you don't like the consequences of your actions does not mean those actions are not just.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
Ow.
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
But you will never walk the same again.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Or you mean just a regular fairy tale? Not
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
I have made you a little more human.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't
Oh, go
bear to
bite a
watch them.
pillow somewhere.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Yes.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
It's the end of the world as we know it, but I feel fine.
She
God
collapses to
killer.
the floor.
Slay, you're better.
Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Bro, that's not the words you wanted to use. Fairy tale ending. Happy ending has a completely different context that the broken dude might be more familiar with.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something,
Exactly.
I guess.
Hey, if you gotta be a martyr, you gotta be a martyr. Oh my.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I read that wrong initially. Whoa.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Okay, I'm not the only one that read furry first. The Fury. Oh, shut it. I told you to bite a pillow a life back. Go do that.
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
So's the sun, but I'm not going to try and make love to it.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
Yeah.
Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
I'd like to get the flies out of my ears.
Okay, great, you're listening.
Uh-huh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of
Right.
that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, Don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Wait, what? If it feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions, you'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
Oh, you whiny little bish.
What a crock of shit.
Exactly, sir.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
Bruh, really?
We died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
Right?
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Some people really are irredeemable.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Good. I'm the boss. My chat says so.
Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Good boy. If we hit this point of no return, you mentioned, then what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win.
Exactly.
Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and
It was
everything will
Oblivion
be
that was flirting
absolutely
first.
fine.
I'm sorry. Just because I responded. No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through.
Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
That's the plan.
That's it? No final words of advice?
Don't bow down, don't kneel, don't drop the knife. Simple, yet effective.
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Apparently, you've lived your whole life on your knees.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
As long as you focus on the problem, you will never find the solution. Focus on a solution, and you will always find a solution to your problem. May not be the one you want, but you'll find one. But as Green Jean says,
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
as Green Jeans once said, don't yell at a closed window.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Welcome to the living land. Ew.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
You did this.
No, you did this, Sir Bendani.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Well, let's grab it.
The blade is your implement, You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, of course. It's that mirror again. And this time it's blocking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement.
Yeah, don't bother yelling at a closed window.
Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things, or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say, exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness.
You've never
that
had
something
it.
in us has broken.
Yeah, you are broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Right?
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be
Yes,
difficult.
without a weapon.
Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Well,
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it.
Smash it to pieces.
It's the only thing keeping us from her.
speaking of a closed window, we have a mirror. Both are glass.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already.
Alright, you're stubborn, not psychotic.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
And disappeared.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Just in time for, the living land of nerve tissue and viscous fluid. Right before we get vicious.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
This area is gross.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
You're still here, aren't you?
Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
If it means I get a chance, yeah, a lot of small interaction. What? Lot of smell interaction?
See how you've soured my once divine melody.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
Because somebody had to knock her off her pedestal.
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Bingo,
Whatever
buddy.
she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
The killers of abominations.
She was going to end the world last time.
Right?
If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. And it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
You have a good night, XO. Sleep well.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Good. Makes it easier to hit.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Yeah, you're gonna try and kill me.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears.
Yeah, I already
It
figured
drops
she was
to
gonna
the
deglove her
ground,
hand.
and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you. Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Wah, 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 wah. When will I be rid of you?
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Right? Given up on destroying the world, have we? What happened to you? Wait, we don't have to do this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please, just listen to me. I'm going to no, I'm not even going to talk this time. Slay the princess.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
Best we can.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Wait, what?
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
That's cheating.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive. Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
This is called torture, you idiot.
We're not out for the count just yet.
Let's see. You damn cheater. Give me my insides back. I killed you last time. I swear on everything that I'm going to find a way to kill you again. I only killed you last time because you were going to end the world. We can talk ourselves back from this ledge. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but you did horrible things to me too. Where is all this supposed to end? We can't just keep killing each other forever. Where is all the... I'm gonna go with this one.
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical mouth.
You don't have the means to speak anymore, do you? How tragic. It is tragic, though, isn't it? I'm not satisfied dividing fear and indignation from your eyes alone. A quivering mound of flesh is no companion.
She snaps her fingers, and the basic form of a vocal system assembles before you.
Now, little bird, what was it you wanted to tell me?
What's your end game here? Are we supposed to keep torturing each other forever?
Your defiance robbed me of my end game. You desecrated my divine spirit and plunged me into your realm of flesh.
The only thing left for me is your torment.
Just submit already. What is there left for us to do?
Killer. Seize control of your broken body and lay waste to your foe.
Skin flayed and organs flapping, you charge towards the princess.
That's right. She'll never stop us.
You're kind of an idiot, by the way.
Still you defy your god. I've made the mistake of underestimating your resolve before. Never again.
You swing for her heart. What's left of you explodes. So that's it. It's over. Just like that.
Of course it's over. It's been over since the very first moment we laid eyes on her.
This is the final note of your discordant melody. You will not return again, because you will live in that single tone forever.
No! No! It's not over! We're a god killer! We've returned from death itself twice!
Didn't you hear her? We're not dead.
What's the difference? From many perspectives, there isn't one, but functionally, that is, from your perspective, the difference is massive. You are entirely laid bare, spread to each corner of the room, yet you are wholly aware of the state you're in, incapable of movement, but entirely capable of perception. In fact, perceiving your state is the only thing you can currently do. You are preserved, perfectly, in the amber of her torment.
We're more than this. We've lost bodies before. We just have to lose this one and make another.
How are we supposed to lose this one?
I don't know. You're the one who makes things happen, so make it happen.
I'm not going to whine. Shed this vessel for the
Absolutely
next.
not. I refuse to let you just decide to die with your task unfinished. If you die here, the world is doomed.
This world was doomed when I stepped foot on it. It was broken and gross. Right, let's really take her dignity away. But you do die. There is a great release as you lose your grip on what's left of your flesh and blood. And yet, you are still here.
Your Honor, where the hell are you? Are you already at the Princess? This place is different. Rotten. Death all around us. I want to go back.
So you've returned already, and I remain here. Is this our final destination?
The Princess tilts her head to look at you, and with a gesture, you are unwound. Again? Already?
Clearly I left you with too much room last time. Perhaps this cell will hold you better.
You know what to do. Again.
Die again.
Your Honor, she's...
You, guy who describes things, you better start saying what we do this time.
And what are you doing?
Attacking her, obviously.
Right. You charge towards the
There is no spark in you, only matter devoid of life.
You explode.
Again.
And again. You let yourself go, and you are living once more.
You're on a path. We are not on a fucking path. I have no idea where we are.
We're in the middle of a fight, so actually...
So you are. Okay, you dive towards the princess and we're unwound. Yes, her head swivels creakily on her neck, fire in her eyes as your body unravels with blinding pain.
No.
Again.
Again! Good night, Tater. You have no body. You exist. You are reborn.
Your Honor,
No time. You, narrate.
yes, of course. Pristine blade grasped firmly in your hands, you fly towards the princess before she can turn to face you.
Right?
We might actually do it this time.
I can feel that body of yours slicing through the air. How many more times will I have to scatter you?
As she turns towards you, the very essence of your being begins to flake away. Your muscles, then organs, then nerves laid bare and screaming as the rest of you is stripped of substance. Oh, boo-hoo. It's just a body.
It just needs to last long enough to sink this blade into her heart.
It doesn't last. You are disintegrated. Everything goes dark.
But there is no you to die.
How many times do I need to pulverize you before you finally understand? You are nothing. An empty void that dared to dream it was alive.
That feels right.
If we're nothing, then why are we still here?
Because we always have been. If we're nothing, then how can we do anything? The same way we always have. Being nothing has never stopped us. Now end this. End her.
You cannot win if you cannot be.
End this. A force races towards the princess' exposed heart. Threads of texture pulled from an all-encompassing nothing.
How? I've scattered the atoms you clung to and there was nothing there to find. You can't exist.
But we always exist. The threads pierce her heart and cradle her spirit.
It's over.
Oh, I think I understand you now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do the things I did to you. I don't think I knew what I was doing.
She sounds genuine.
Right?
They always do in the end.
It's cold, but I'm going to be okay, right?
Right? Quantum Beak? You do not get the chance to respond. Something is taking her away. And it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast us.
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
But where are we going? I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for
You're
her.
right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
Mock, 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 mock.
Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Right. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I will, and you can't stop me. Meh. Ignored. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It is time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
I love how the hands are making her do the princess talk and move. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess? Or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
You know, I'm not sure. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you a little scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. Exactly. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to
And yes, you are
reshape,
the only infinite I care
to
about,
remold.
Infinite. Let it be. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I shall.
You won't.
Yes, I will. Everything goes dark, and you die. A withered heart. Bring the fury to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Yes.
here to slay.
We already know. Okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know.
Proceed to the cabin. So now we gotta try and make a new perspective.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Yeah,
the
okay,
blade
so wooden
is your
cabin. Grab the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks. Her voice carries up the stair.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all
Continue down the stairs.
good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
No, I tried
It's
that
fine.
last time.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm not dropping the blade. But I'm sorry, can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit
Why
with
are
a
we always such a
sledgehammer.
putz?
You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Actually, I'm quite sure it's not.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary.
You're on a path in
the
that you're
woods.
here to slay her.
But I
I
already
can assure
slew
you
the
that you
princess.
didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
The very, 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 very first time. The varies were how many times we've done this.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us.
Great, it's a
the
stubborn
only
again.
thing that matters is marching up to that cabin.
Apparently I'm a
and
stubborn
winning.
person because I keep getting him.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
True.
We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Sure.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Well, we're pretty sure it's a different world.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Destruction.
Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
Couldn't be much more from the heart.
I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before you go in, she will lie.
Lying
blah.
and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate the advice.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm just going to enter the
This
basement.
time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Kind of curious where this is going to take me.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it.
Right.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head.
Either
You need
of
to
them.
stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh? No, I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
You look different.
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same.
All right. Fine.
Ah.
I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. But that's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
It's okay, I had another guy. I don't know what to respond with here. Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't even know the depths of my apathy. Lie. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? Would someone as alive as me already have died? I don't think so. Don't worry, I'm gonna do a good job. You got me. Pretty much everything you just said is true. Apathy, lying, stoic? Don't worry, I'm gonna do a
Great.
good job.
Now focus up and do it then.
I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Been there, kinda done that, and no.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
You don't want to be free? Are you serious? If you don't want to be free, then what do you want?
I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh, and I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists.
We've already played that dance.
Is that really too much to ask?
Yeah, especially that last part.
Don't be such a coward.
I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find it deeply disturbing that you seem to relish the thought of it.
Because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be another opportunity to have the fight of our life.
Yeah, and we've done that dance.
We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather not bet on it.
I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye.
This path is already worn by travel and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
So you do remember me.
No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Are you just going to let her talk to us like that? We're not scared.
I think my position on violence in this situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily.
Better than I
There's
normally
more
do.
at risk in this encounter than your fragile ego. I agree. If we're going to fight her, we need a weapon.
The blade's upstairs. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting.
You make your way back up the stairs to the cabin above. The princess, surprisingly true to her word, lets you leave. The blade remains where you left it, on the wrought iron altar.
Great. Now pick it up and march back down there. I'm tired of us constantly moving in circles instead of fighting her like we're supposed to.
I'm contrarian. I don't like your actions. You know, we could just stay here. Who says we have to fight to the death?
Me. I say that.
Staying up here doesn't solve anything. All it does is kick the can down the road. If you don't deal with her now, she will find a way out. Those doors are made of stone and she's still in chains. She's strong, yeah, but is she break her chains and smash through stone strong?
Wouldn't it be exciting if she was?
Bro, you got a death wish.
Here's another idea. What if we just leave? Absolutely not. If you leave, she'll leave, and that'll be the end of everything as we know it. You take the blade from the altar.
Apparently I don't have much of a
It
choice.
will be
Return to the basement.
blade in hand, you make your way back down the basement stairs. You find the princess waiting for you, just where you left her.
See? I knew we could trust her. I told you we could trust her.
Glad to see you finally stopped having cold feet. I could barely wait. My skin is practically crawling with anticipation. Fight me. Now.
Attack the princess. They're not giving me much
Finally
choice.
ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all
We're done.
right.
Probably quicker than last time.
As you bridge the gap, your
Oh,
blade
maybe not.
slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs
We
and driving you
forgot
right back
how
down
strong
to the
she
basement
is.
floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
You're right, but in the wrong ways. Bait an opening, outmaneuver her.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.